Hey guys, Sean Zine, the host for the Network Marketing Insider, where I bring on guests that are in the network, affiliate, online space to provide some value, to allow you to learn some skills, some strategies, some trials and tribulations, some failures that were in the past. So you don't have to. And if you're one that's learning things, hopefully you're applying it, taking action. Some things we're going to talk about. But before we can get into it, I want to remind you, if you found this on the audio verticals, Spotify, Amazon, give us a review at the end. Always go back and look at the description and have a connection call with my guest. If you're watching it on the website or YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment where you're watching from, and share the video, share the website. We want to help more people get more eyeballs on our content. We appreciate you tuning in. And if you have questions throughout, or you want to just engage a little bit, that helps the algorithm. So we appreciate you being here. And last but not least, let's welcome a guest I've had on in the past. What's up, Ray Thigpen? How are you?
Hey, Sean, I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate, again, taking some time with you and providing some value. I was going through the episodes, and it looks like you were on season 1. Episode 23, we talked about a little bit about pickleball and how it can affect and help your business. And then in season 2, number 37. So it's amazing to have the time to get you back, and we want to provide that value. I always want to leave a little time right now for you to give us who you are, so we could remind everyone and get started.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Sean. Yes, so obviously, my name is Ray Thigpen. I am an author of Doing What You Know, Breaking Through the Invisible Barrier, mindset coach, network marketer, affiliate marketer, all of the above, 40 plus years experience in the industry, most of which was not particularly successful. In the last year and a half or so, things have really turned around for me.
I'm glad you said that. A lot of people, they don't think struggling happens. They think, oh, I'm going to sign up for something and I'm going to make all this money. It takes work. I've gone through many companies, many situations, things that just folded, but you have to keep learning from it and moving on from it, and not just quit and say, oh, this is not going to be successful. It's just a pyramid scheme. It's a scam. All those myths that are out there. You have to just work at it and keep building your skills and taking action. You're going to have some hiccups here and there, but
Absolutely.
We are human. We are human, right? So those that always think, oh, you're going to get those flashy cars and the big houses and right off the bat, congratulations if you're able to do that early. But most people, it's not. I had Brian Crothers on. Guy's been in the business for 27 years with the same company, had 25 million in commissions, but the first couple of years he didn't make anything. And That's proof there. You have to stick it out a little bit, guys. You can't just, move on to some other shiny object that's out there. That's it's crazy. But I think some of the missing links that I want to kind of bring to full circle today is I want to talk about mentorship. And you wrote a book, you dive into this. It's important. Let's share some knowledge and help.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I say things turned around for me over the last year and a half, that was the point in my career where I had gone to a network marketing company corporate event, and one of the things that was in common, although I don't think it was a planned thing, was the top money earners were on stage, and every single one of them said that they had invested heavily in mentorship over the years. Well, in my 40 years of experience in the industry, either I never heard anybody say you need a mentor, or it just never registered with me. But either way, when I heard it this time, I'm like, oh, well, that's what's been missing. So I invested in mentorship, and what a difference. Here's the thing that I discovered. In 40 years in the business, I love network marketing. most people that are in network marketing love network marketing, but most people that are in network marketing don't know how to, either they don't know how to do it, or in most cases, they know how to do it, but for some reason they're not doing it. And that's what brought me to writing my book. It's not that we don't know what to do, we just don't do it, and we don't know why we don't do it. That's why you need a mentor, somebody who can objectively help you through whatever it is that you're facing, whether it's fears, procrastinations, something there is keeping you from taking those steps that you need to take to be successful. And you can't learn that by reading books or listening to audios. You have to learn that by listening to somebody who can guide you through on a one-on-one basis so they can answer your particular questions for your situation.
But Ray, sometimes this stuff costs money. I don't want to spend money. Come on, Ray.
And that's funny. People don't want to spend money. They don't want to invest in themselves. Jim Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your business, right? That didn't register. For years, that didn't register. Oh, that sounds great. I could quote it every day. But he literally means work on your mindset harder than you work on your business. Working on your mindset is going to take an investment. You might find a mentor that's willing to take you under his wing and not, especially if you're in a network marketing company, okay? If you are under what I would consider really good leadership, they're going to be willing to take you under their wing and teach you the ropes. But the problem that I found in network marketing is the ropes that they wanted to teach me was how to do things, not why I wasn't doing them. So, and most of the really successful high-end network marketers are what I call unconscious competence. In other words, they can build a huge team, but they can't really tell you how to do it. Other than the things, make the calls and do these, but there's a lot more that goes into it than just doing the things. You've got to do it with a certain mindset. You have to do it. I think the word that was in The Science of Getting Rich was you have to do things in a certain way. And that's all mindset. That's not strategy. So don't have the money? Sorry, it might take some money. You're building a business. This isn't a hobby. If you want to change your life, you're going to have to take some steps that may not be fun, right? There might be a little pain involved. Well, what's more painful? Trying to find that next car payment or coming up with a little money to pay somebody to help you make that car payment? It's like you can teach a man to fish or you can fish for the man. Right? Give the man a fish or teach the man to fish. If you teach him to fish, that one session that you pay for with a mentor might make all the difference in the world. I can't see investing in a mentor as being a bad investment.
Right. You're going to get your ROI if you actually implement some of the things and ideas that they even share with you. But yeah, it goes back to investing in you. The personal development is the beautiful part of this business. The way you're growing, your business will grow. Your confidence is going to grow. Your competence, because you're learning, and you're applying, and you're teaching, and you're duplicating, and you're an example for other people. But yeah, the personal development, you're going to be able to take on the world, and you get paid for it.
Exactly.
You're teaching others to do what you do. But you have to think about it. Think about, it's not easy to make calls, to do video, to, follow up. What is follow up? What do I have to do? And then you have a lot of the companies, oh, we have AI. We'll be able to do all this for you to an extent. But you still have to pick up a phone and talk to somebody. If you're not building relationships. And those relationships they're going to move on. They're going to quit. But if you are connecting with people, they're going to stay with you forever because you're a team with this. You're emotionally connected. And look, you know me, you know my family, you know what I do. We're in this together. And they're going to hold you accountable. And I think that's what's a lot of the times missing too.
Right. Yeah. And, a lot of people just they don't know how to receive, right? We know how to give, we can whatever, but when it comes to receiving, sometimes we just don't feel worthy. And there's reasons for that. Our paradigms are built from birth. Most of our beliefs aren't even our beliefs. They're our parents' beliefs or our teachers' beliefs. Our environment is what creates our paradigms. So we grow up with beliefs that belong to somebody else. And then when we get to a situation where we need to believe something different, it's not a right or a wrong belief, but it's a choice we get to make.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that belief doesn't have to be based on fact. If you believe something strong enough, that belief is your truth.
Right.
And that's a paradigm, and that's all mindset work and mentorship.
Now, and I wanted to leave. This is perfect. Now we found an opportunity to take that mentorship, to take the community aspect, to get people into a school. And guys, if you haven't gotten involved with school, you got to get into it, because it allows you to do what you want to do and get paid, but you're also building a community, and the community is the one that controls everything. In reality, they're the ones that are making it move forward. They're the ones that are helping motivate others. So if you're a creator, you don't have to constantly show up all the time. You got to engage. You got to do some information, but the content, the courses that people don't want to pay for, that's where the beautiful part is. That you can earn off of a platform. It's all digital. So it's not even a product or service that you're going to get or wait for. You can have immediate. So we got into school. You open your own community. Can you talk about how that struggle or the process was with school?
Yeah. So school is great. When I started, and it's been a few months now, but when I started, it was either offered as a free community or as a paid community. And there were no other options like there are now. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. But starting a free community is, you start a free community. Now, even at that, as a, what do you want to call it, community organizer or founder or whatever, when you start your community, of course, it's a platform. You're going to have to pay something. So you could either do as a hobbyist for $9.95 or a professional at $99, I think, something like that.
Yep.
But then bringing members in, even as a free community, sometimes it's hard to get members in there. So that's why most people don't start a school community as a paid membership. But now they've offered the choice of where you can do what they call a freemium community, come in as free and have paid tiers, which is where you can put your courses or your other upgrades. And then you also have the option as the owner of the community to pay affiliate commissions on those upgrades or courses, which is a good way to drive membership. And it's also a great way to help people make money. People say, I don't have money to invest in a business. Well, come join my community for free. Invite some of your friends to come join it. And if they upgrade, I'll pay you half of what comes in. And you don't pay anything. So that takes the money part out of not joining a school community.
And was it something that, it's helpful because you have the book, you are creating the courses. How has it been as far as getting the courses done and uploading them? Is it something that you have to have all this technology kind of training to get up and going?
No, it's really simple. Of course, as you say, my community is based on the book. So I already have the idea there. Started just with community chats or it's not really a chat. There are side chats, but just your community thread, just like on Facebook, your screen, right? And then the courses to put together a course is, if you can do a video, and that's not even required, but if you could do a video that just adds to the course, if you can add a link well, now they don't. You don't have to have a link. You can put resources right there. You can put a PDF file right in your course. So, and that can be that lesson just on a PDF. It could be that simple. I mean, obviously you want to polish it up. The better the course, the more value you're providing, the better your course is going to be. But yeah, it's simple. You don't have to have any technical skills for it. Course creation is a little different thing. If you want to really get involved in a course, I like using ChatGPT to help me outline courses. So you don't have to really have any technical skills.
Yeah, the ChatGPT, using that technology can definitely give you all the ideas, what kind of topics you can talk about. Maybe it gives you the ideas for slides. It's amazing. And then, yeah, having the ability to either do the video, you could be on camera, you could be off camera, you can do the PDFs, you can do any takeaways you want to throw into it, and it could be any price you want. It could be free. It could be masterminds. I've seen many varieties. People are doing workshops. It is a great platform that can be beneficial. And like Ray was saying, some of them are free. His is free to join. And then if you bring people in, you can earn money. So it has no excuse. And that's another thing. People make excuses of why they're not making money. Here's a solution to that problem.
Yep. Yeah, it's been said time and time again, you can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't make both. So let's just take the excuses away and come over and make some money.
And they're like, well, what do I do? And it's just what you normally do on other social media platforms. You're meeting people, you're networking, you're engaging, you're asking questions. That's a big thing. Ask questions, and people inside the community probably can answer for it, or the course creator or the group creator will. It's lots of engagement, same thing, but you don't get paid on Facebook. You can get some kind of, affiliate type of thing going on at some point, but there's restrictions. When you have a school, it's you control everything. And you give a little bit of percentage to school to have that business set up online.
Right. I mean, and that's to be expected, right? The thing I like about school is it doesn't matter what niche you're in, what your favorite hobby is, you can monetize a hobby. The number one, this was interesting and kind of close to my heart. The number one community in school right now is run by Kyle Kazuto, known as That Pickleball Guy. He's been doing YouTube videos forever. He's got 1.2 thousand members in his school community, charging $39 a month, where he gives pickleball instructions. How simple is that?
It's, guys, you make money. Guys making over $30,000 a month talking about pickleball, and it's not even stuff that you have to excuse me. The courses that you set up, you go through it, you video them, you create them. It's done. It's there forever. And then you can create more and you can multiply your earnings by giving more value. So people want to give you more money, but people just don't want to have an open mind. They think they want to continue trading their time for money. And I'm done with that. I like to get things done, getting into a community, build courses out, help people become better people, and give the skills that if they actually take action, they're going to be successful. And that's what I think. That's where school comes in huge. And there's nothing else like it out there.
No, there's not. I'm surprised it took me so long to get started in it. But it's just the perfect vehicle to get your whatever your thing is out there. I mean, for me, it's mindset, because that's just what I've grown so accustomed to lately. So now, and even as a free/paid community, I give tons of value for free. I'm posting quotes from my book every day, answering questions, whatever. It's a live, interactive thing. It's not just set it and forget it as far as the community goes. Now, the courses is kind of, well, they can be different. My courses are actually interactive too. In fact, in my VIP tier, you get a monthly call with me as a one-on-one mentor. as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, all the free stuff and the intermediate stuff. But that's just
Hmm.
the icing on the cake, right? So yeah, there's just so much you can do with these things.
And talking about mindset, no matter what kind of business someone's in, if you're a brick and mortar, if you're online, if you're a teacher, if you're a cop, mindset it should be taught to everybody. And it's something that everyone can get some information to help them better themselves. Why not get it and actually
Right.
take that action? Because mindset is everything. Life sucks sometimes. And we have to be able to deal with what we're going through to
Yep. And
continue moving forward so we are successful. And if you have kids, you're a great mentor to your kids so they can see, look, dad or mom's been going through whatever that is, but still was able to show up and do their daily things, whatever those things are.
yeah, exactly. And when life sucks, it really sucks. It's hard to get out of by yourself. Sometimes you fall into the poor, pitiful me syndrome. It's like, I just can't do this or I can't do that. Well, the fact is, you can do this and you can do that. It's just a choice. And sometimes you just have to have somebody hold your hand and say, here's your choice. You can do this. Be nice about it, because a mentor is not going to drive you in the dirt because that's not what they're there for. So don't be afraid to look for a mentor when you're looking for the help, because a mentor, I mean, you can put people down without being a mentor or whatever. You wouldn't be one if you put them down. So yeah,
A mentor is going to listen. They're going to have a conversation. They're going to listen. They're going to find out where you are as far as your mindset. They're going to give you answers that maybe you don't want to hear sometimes. You're going to learn something because nobody's giving. A lot of people that are the ones closest to you, it's hardest to give the most honest answer. Your wife comes out with an outfit on. It's like, how do I look? And you look beautiful. Because if you say anything else, it's like, well, what do you think? I'm fat. So being honest in some areas is difficult, but learning how to do it in a respectful way is something to do. Yeah. And not everybody's going to be happy at that moment, but rather you're doing something wrong, and you could fix it.
Yeah, well, as a mentor, it's my responsibility to tell you what you need to hear to improve your situation. It might not be pleasant as far as what I say you have to do, although in most cases it's not unpleasant, right? It's usually just small things we have to do. It's not even a big thing we have to change. It's usually just one or two small things. If we change this, then we're going to get better results. So, yeah,
I like to tell people too, you want to become comfortable being uncomfortable, doing things that others don't want to do, have never tried before. Why not be? Well, then you have the people, what happens if it doesn't work? Why don't you flip that? What happens if it does work?
right.
Is your life going to change? Is it going to be different? Yeah, it could be. I've talked about this before. I love the process for things. I don't care. I know I'm going to be successful what I'm doing because I have that focus. I try to get everything done, but I enjoy the hiccups, the lulls that you might have to figure out, man, I'm not getting the affiliates at this point. Where do I have to work more on? Is it the organic stuff? Do I have to do more content? Maybe the content, I have to tweak my content. So you have to look from the outside in as well to kind of figure out what direction you're going to become, the person you want to become. It takes someone to open your eyes sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the struggle is what builds you. In order to win, there has to be an option to lose, right? So it's the struggle that seed, once it starts germinating, it has to struggle to get its way through the soil and get to the sunlight. If it didn't have the struggle, then it's just going to die off. And we're the same way. We're not built to just coast through and not have any challenges. I mean, there would be no growth there. The problem is when people become afraid of challenges and they're not even really afraid of the challenge. They're afraid of doing something. Because if you don't know what the outcome's going to be, then it's your own imagination that's setting up those possible bad outcomes. You've got to try to know whether it's going to work or not.
Trying is that thing. If you put yourself in those positions, anything can happen. I was able to get Brian Crothers on my podcast. People are like, how did you do that? Did you pay him? No, I just took a shot. I took a chance. I tried. I sent a message. I actually engaged. I use social media to engage guys. I talk to people. I before our podcast, I was on a call. I call them connection calls because we're not pitching any product or service when we're having conversations, but we're getting to know each other. We're finding out how we can merge ecosystems. And then I tell people all the time, take a picture. Take a picture of if you're watching this podcast, take a picture of this and share it. Man, I just saw this podcast with Sean and Ray on it. You got to take a look at this. It's content. But going back to social media, I just reached out to them. Be like, look, I have a podcast. It's centered around network marketing. I think it would be incredible for you to be on the podcast. What would it take for you to get on there? Send a message. What's the worst it's going to be like? Oh, I'm not going to do it. Or sure. Okay, let's set it up. We set it up and made it happen.
Right.
You don't try. Like my goal is to get a bunch of other ones now. Get a Eric Worre on, get a Fraser Brooks, or any of these other guys. This will make more credibility because now I've been in these circles and it just keeps growing. But if you don't try, you'll never know what can be possible.
If you don't try, you're always going to get a no. People are not going to come knocking on your door asking you to provide whatever service it is that you're trying to provide. So, yeah.
No doubt about it. Man, the value is always in these episodes, and I love connecting and collaborating with you. I want to share some time right now that you can, talk about your book. I want people to understand your mission, what you're doing, and remind everyone, you got to have a connection call with Ray. Go to the description. All his contact information is there. Go to his links. I'll put the link for Skool. I'm in there. Use my affiliate link, and if you buy anything, I get some money out of it. See how great this works? But right, definitely. Floor is yours. Share about your book.
So, I wrote this book a few months ago, Doing What You Know, Breaking Through the Invisible Barrier. I actually wrote it and changed it. I came out with a second edition within a month because once I saw how valuable it was for people and the reactions that people were giving me and the reviews that I was getting on Amazon, I'm like, I need to make this a mission to get this book out into as many hands as possible. So I started the 100K Reader Challenge, and I'm looking at all these different avenues of how to promote the book. So Facebook, obviously, all the socials. And when Skool came up, I'm like, I can use that to get my message out and to get the book out, but more importantly, to get the message surrounding the book in the community so people can see what the book is about. Mm-hmm. And then those people can spread the word. And again, the whole book, the purpose of the book was to get people doing things. The question is, how come I know what to do, but I don't do it? I've asked myself that so many times. I know what to do, so why am I not doing it? And then it's all because of our paradigm. So that's what I've done. It's 15 chapters in the book. It's 360, 70 pages, something like that. The one thing that I did that I think is a little different than a lot of self-help books is I have practical exercises in each chapter, giving you steps to do to implement what you're reading. So I think one of the quotes that I've had quoted back to me more often than not was information without implementation does not equal transformation.
Mm-hmm.
right?
I like
So
that. Definitely something to take a look at. Go see his school, get into his courses, learn, get into the mentorship that he's offering so we could all become better human beings out there and keep building our businesses the right way. And I want to thank Ray for being on again. You are one of only a few that have done 3 times. And guys, reach out to him, have a connection call. Don't forget, pick up your tokens if you are engaging, dropping a couple comments, liking, sharing. Go to that link on the bottom, and you could definitely get yourself some NMI tokens. I actually haven't told many people this. My goal when I have my community is I want to help 1,000 creators that are going to get inside my community earn $1,000 in commissions, and that's something that I'm going to be focused on, getting those people those skills to allow them to make that happen. So definitely thank Ray for being with us, and everyone else. We hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Ray, stick around for one moment.
all right, thanks, Sean. I appreciate you.